Congratulations, Mama, you're pregnant. Now what? My name's Christine DeSouza, and today we have my top prenatal must-haves coming up. It's the moment you've been waiting for. 9 months of glorious pregnancy, growing a baby in that belly. You have no idea what you're in for. So you're so excited, and you start looking up everything there is about being pregnant and what you need and what's going to make things go smooth and what the new trends are. And then you're checking out stuff and checking out more stuff and checking out more stuff and more stuff and more, and there's so much stuff. And oh, you have to have this and you need this. You gotta get this. This is the one thing you have to have, hands down. And there's just so much stuff to go through. So hopefully we'll simplify that today. And now let me just say, everyone's pregnancy is different. The things that I have on my list might not necessarily be the exact things that you have on your list, but they're definitely ones to check out. So let's get started. As with most pregnancies, there are definitely some uncomfortable moments. It was not as uncomfortable for me as I know it has been for some others, but on the other end, there's definitely women who have had a much more comfortable pregnancy than I did. So in the beginning, I did definitely feel, with both pregnancies, I felt nauseous. So I was green, and it wasn't like first thing in the morning. It was kind of all day, but it really hit me mostly in the afternoon. And so one thing that I found to help, I actually learned this from my mother-in-law. She left this peculiar container at my house, and what is inside helped me so much with the nausea, and I'll show you what it is. It looks like some secret magic herb, doesn't it? Or leaves that maybe she picked and dried. I mean, who knows? This is as simple as dried bay leaves, and you just put these in water just like you're steeping tea and drink it up. And I don't know if it was placebo or if it really helped, but it really helped me. So bay leaves, you can get those at your grocery store in the spice aisle. Easy, cheap, and it actually tastes better than you would imagine, better than a lot of teas. I really liked it. Next thing on my list are prenatal vitamins. Now this is something that you can start taking actually before you're even pregnant. So if you're in the planning stage of becoming pregnant and trying, you definitely should take some prenatal vitamins. That's what the doctors recommend, and it's definitely helpful in terms of just preparing your body for what's to come, because it is definitely something. You're creating a miracle in your body. So don't skimp on the vitamins. Mega Food. This is the prenatal vitamin that I took, and I didn't feel sick from these at all. The entire pregnancy and before I was pregnant, and even now I still continue to take them. So this is what I recommend. So while you're pregnant, you better be thinking about moving that body as long as you possibly can, unless you get doctor's orders to sit down, because it makes the whole experience so much more healthy. It makes everything just go so much smoother. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna have more energy throughout this process. The more you just lay down, the more you're gonna want to lay down. But the more you keep moving, the more you're gonna feel vibrant and like yourself, and like this is an awesome experience. The next thing I could not live without is the Brooks Fiona sports bra. It is such a great sports bra. And if you're going to invest in a sports bra as you're going through these changes in your upper area, I recommend this one because, number one, it's adjustable here. So it's adjustable just like a bra. So you have the 3 different stages you can use, and then you can also use a bra extender if you need to later on in your pregnancy. So that's number 1. And number 2 is because of the way the straps are, they don't necessarily market this as a nursing bra, but because it slides through and it has this Velcro here, you can adjust it, and it can also be used as a nursing bra postpartum. And the support that this sports bra gives is really great, especially for not having, it doesn't have an underwire. And so you're going to see that as you grow and as your body morphs, you're not going to really like you might not like the underwires quite as much. So Brooks, Fiona, not cheap, worth the investment. This tank top is the bomb. And yes, I know it's inside out. It's inside out so that you can see the logo of the brand. It is not an expensive brand. It's called No Boundaries, and it's carried at Walmart. But I have to tell you that I've gone through a lot of tank tops in my day, and I really love these tank tops. It's called No Boundaries, and it has the racer tee back. Okay, the cut is very flattering, and I was able to wear these during my whole pregnancy, before and after. So this is something that you'll be able to use before and after and during your pregnancy. I love these, and this is the ribbed one. Right now, what I've been seeing in the store and online have no ribs. I'm really hoping that they bring the ribs back, because I kind of like those. I don't know if that means that they're in style or out of style or what. But they usually come out with different designs too, so you don't have to just stick with black or just bold colors. You'll notice a lot of my stuff is black, and that's partly because of what I wear to work, but also because I like it. So what you want to wear on your bottoms to work out. I had a few, lucky pairs of pants that I was able to wear for a while that were not maternity, that were pretty comfortable. But after a while, where the waistband lies can get pretty uncomfortable. So you'll want to invest in some maternity pants that you're going to feel good working out in. So I suggest getting more than one, maybe 1, 2, or 3, because you're probably going to want to wear them all the time, even when you're not working out. Old Navy Active, and they have ones that fold down, but personally I really like these that go over the belly. They go over the belly, so it means when whatever top you're wearing, you're not going to have that line in a weird spot. They go up really high, and so they don't really squeeze you and make you feel uncomfortable. They feel comfortable, and they don't fall down, which is my biggest pet peeve with any maternity pants. And of course, I know that depends on everybody. Everybody's shape is different, but for me, these worked the best, and they're firm, so they feel like they're not tight where they feel like they're holding you in, but you feel supported, and it just smooths everything out, and it just helps you feel good while your body's changing, and helps you feel comfortable while you're working out. So those are the ones that I recommend. There's gonna be days and there's gonna be occasions that you're gonna wanna get out of your yoga pants. Maybe not that many days. The jeans I suggest are these magical jeans. They are Jessica Simpson. I know they're a little wrinkled, but Jessica Simpson, slim cut, and she even has cuter ones out now that even have like the rips and all that. And these I actually didn't have to buy because I have a friend who puts together a maternity box. It's all her maternity clothes, and basically she passes it around to everyone who's pregnant, and then we give the box back, and then we just share it. And that's so awesome. It's been so awesome for me. I was able to use it for both pregnancies. And of course, everybody adds a little something to it, and it's just a really great thing to do. So if you have maternity clothes and you don't know what to do with them, think about just doing that, because it's blessed a lot of people and saved a lot of people a lot of money. But if you don't have that option, these Jessica Simpson jeans, I would say, are worth every penny if you've got to buy them. And you can buy them brand new, but they do, they have some websites where you can buy used maternity clothes as well. And so I would definitely seek out these Jessica Simpson's jeans, because they're They're nice, they're supportive, but they're comfortable. They don't really fall down. And again, I know that depends on everybody's body shape, but they're just nice jeans. And there's another pair too that I have that are darker. But everybody I know who has worn these jeans calls them the magical Jessica Simpson's jeans for while they're pregnant. So check those out. Another thing that I would recommend that you have are compression leggings. Now they sell them for runners, and that's what I used. I used the half calf compression leggings that I stole from my husband. He's a runner, so I used his. But I know that there's plenty of them out there. You can get compression leggings that go all the way up to your waist that wear like pants. But I used just the calf ones. And what that does is it helped me with my blood pressure, because I have low blood pressure to begin with, but there were times where I felt a little bit dizzy for whatever reason, and that is what the doctors suggested to me. And I thought, well, that was really scary because I have my daughter with me, and if the room starts spinning, you're like, what would happen if I hit the floor and have this little 1.5-year-old like just all by herself. You never want to be in a situation like that. So it sounds a little dramatic, but it could happen. So definitely get the compression leggings to help with blood pressure. It's also going to help with your circulation. So you just want to keep everything moving, keep that body pumping. Seltzer water is going to save you from becoming a monster in the kitchen. Not just when you're pregnant, anytime. We eat, and we eat for many, many reasons, which if you've taken any of my courses, you know that, and you've explored that. But sometimes we eat when we're not hungry, and when we're pregnant, sometimes we feel like we have a license to eat. Oh, it's just a craving, and I have to cure that craving. No, that's not true. That's not always true. You still have to be mindful of what you eat. And one of the ways that in all seasons of life that I help, at least buy myself some time to contemplate when I'm thinking about eating, to say, okay, is that the right thing that I need to fuel my body right now? Am I actually hungry? And do I need that? Or is that am I just bored? Or am I just, want to eat it for no reason? I take out my seltzer water and I swig it. Seltzer water, it can save you. Just saying. Have somewhere to go that's a little bit more fancy. I have a dress that I recommend. It's a little black dress, but it's fancy and casual enough for a wedding, a date night, a business presentation, and it's very versatile. You can throw a blazer over it. You can just Google them, ASIS black maternity dress, and they have tons of them. But I have to say the quality of this is good, and the way that it fits, it seems like it would be extremely flattering to most body types. It's just a really nice dress, and this is another one that was in that box. So that little black dress is perfect for so many occasions. Get one. You're going to feel sassy and sexy in your new pregnant body when you wear that. I promise. There are books and there are apps that are great. Get your Bible app out. YouVersion. Oh, I just thought of one that I really liked for you. I'm going to go get it. Got it. Okay. I almost forgot about this gem. I love this book. I read, but I rather listen. And that's because I don't have a whole lot of time. I like to multitask. But this book here, The Bump, Book of Lists for Pregnancy and Baby by Carly Rooney and thebump.com, checklists and tips for a very special 9 months, is perfect. It was perfect for my personality type, at least. I loved it because it really just takes you through the journey of your 9 months. And it paces out for you what you should be tackling, what you should be taking care of. and it lists it out. So there's not a whole, you don't need to read pages and pages of stuff. It just gives you checklists and, place to write everything, picking names. It talks you through decorating your nursery, and here's a registry checklist, which makes things a whole lot easier because it's super, super overwhelming when you start to think about what you might need. And I'm going to do a little video on that too. It's not going to be totally comprehensive, but it's going to be just the nuts and bolts of what you should be focusing on. So this is an awesome book. I love this book. Okay, so grab that. Now, this isn't exactly a book. I don't know if you can just get the book. I doubt it. This was a 12-week course that my husband and I took. So there's Bradley Method instructors all over the country that you can go onto their website and you can find Bradley Method groups that are going on in your area and near you. So that's something I highly recommend. It was so enlightening because it really, really takes you through what to expect and educates you on your rights. And it helps you with the whole process of giving birth. And for me, it actually really, really came in handy because, number one, if you have a partner, it teaches them how to care for the mom. The whole idea is to make the mom comfortable, which I love that. If you like getting a massage, once a week, we definitely practiced massage during this course, so it was awesome. But we made it into a little date night, which was really great. Let me share with you, during my labor with my first, she had to be induced, and the induction was taking a very long time. And one of the doctors that was on call was really adamant about me getting a C-section, which there's nothing wrong with a C-section, especially when it's medically necessary. But I knew that I did not need one. I knew in my heart that I didn't need one. And I also knew because of all that I learned on the Bradley Method. And it really gives you a little bit of courage to kind of stand up for yourself a little bit more. And I really believe that I was able to help the circumstances change and not have to do the C-section because I was able to speak up and delay things, and things were able to be delayed until the next doctor came on, who said, you know what, I know that you want a natural childbirth, so this is what we can try. So I didn't actually, after all, have to have the C-section. And I pay tribute to what I learned in this class, what me and my husband learned in this class too, so that we kind of knew, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound exactly right, because whether we want to believe it or not, everybody's got an agenda, and you want to stick to your agenda. Another thing this helped you with is with knowing the process. We talked a lot about the process of labor, and when you're actually going through labor, you can feel like this is a never-ending event, and it can make you want to... It can just make the whole experience feel a little bit more hopeless than exciting. So this really gives you that strong feeling going in. And in my opinion, it made me able to bear the labor in both experiences for me much more. For example, in my second labor, it was a totally different experience. And I called the doctor who was on call because I thought I was ready to go to the hospital, and no one called me back. Now, if I hadn't gone through this course and known thoroughly what was going on with my body and where I might be in the process of giving labor, because I labored mostly at home, and at the supermarket, but that's another story, I wouldn't have made it. I would have had this baby home if I waited. I knew exactly when I had to go to the hospital because I went through this. And of course, I talked to many other women and moms and got their experiences as well. But I made it to the hospital, and I had the baby very quickly. I had the baby very quickly because my contractions were getting closer and closer together. And if I was clueless and didn't educate myself on that, or just, had taken one of the classes, the 1-day classes from the hospital, I wouldn't have gone to the hospital at that point. I wouldn't have known. And it's not a fault. It's just, not knowing any better. Especially if it's your first experience. And my first experience was totally different. I was in the hospital for just about 7 days. I was in the hospital for a long time before I had my first baby. So I highly recommend the Bradley method. Make it a date night. It's awesome. So that's it for my prenatal must-haves. Check out the next video, which is going to talk about postnatal must-haves or postpartum must-haves. Survival must-haves. Gotta have them to survive. Check it out. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe, because I've got a whole lot more coming your way. Thanks again, Christine DeSouza of ChristineDeSouza.com, where we are fighting the healthy fight for the wealthy life through beauty, wellness, and creative expression. I'll see you next time. No, you're feeling sad. Oh, you have to take a break, snack break.